watching update 6 on Typhoon Noul, Philippine Name Dodong. Its wind speed is now 130 miles per hour. That's a Category 4 storm on the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane wind scale, and a pressure of 937 millibars. Position 15.4 degrees north, 124.5 degrees east. Let's get to it. The storm is expected to make landfall in the eastern part of Luzon, probably at this intensity or thereabouts. A Category 4 storm, a very strong storm indeed. We'll get onto the warnings very shortly as well, but I would expect very strong conditions on the east coast there. Obviously typhoon conditions will extend pretty much. Possibly the whole northern half of Luzon may experience typhoon conditions, or at least tropical storm conditions. But the storms are expected to move towards the north after that and weaken significantly, but may still graze the Ryukyu Islands of Japan and indeed Taiwan as a Category 1 typhoon as it heads towards the northeast. Signal 3 warnings in effect then for most of the Cagayan Valley, extending all the way to the northern tips there, and halfway down Aurora province also. Signal 2 warnings in effect for still for the island of Catanduanes, as well as parts of central Luzon extending as far south as Aurora, and Signal 1 warnings in effect for the Ilocos region and large parts of southern Luzon as well. So that whole area under Signal 1 warnings, though not reaching Manila. That's as of 10 p.m. local time. Sea surface temperatures are looking fairly warm, around 28 or 29 degrees Celsius, certainly warm enough for sustained development. Now, of course, it's not the only factor in intensification, but certainly looking good in terms of sea surface temperatures. The wind shear is not looking too bad either. You can see the dark areas around the centre of the storm, where it's rather low indeed, though significantly higher by the time the storm reaches Taiwan. That's at present anyway. It may decrease before it gets there. Here's the water vapour imagery. Dry air over the South China Sea, a little area there, and to the east of the storm as well, but it doesn't appear to be interfering with Noul too much. So here's the latest satellite imagery. The eye has finally popped out in earnest, and look at it, and it certainly shows how significant this storm is becoming. A rapid bout of intensification occurring in the last 6 to 12 hours, which means possibly a worst case scenario for the coast of Luzon, where we could see a strong Category 4 landfall. That's certainly what I would be expecting, barring any late weakening trends, but you can see it developing there in those last few frames, looking rather powerful. This is the latest image from before the sunset last night, how the storm's looking, and that's how it looks now. You can just about make out the coast of the Philippines to the left hand side of the storm. Some of the spiral bands beginning to affect the area, but the central part of the storm is still well offshore, though that won't be the case in around 6 or 12 hours from now. As of May the 9th at 2 p.m. UTC, we have subtropical storm Anna, which is a 60 mile per hour storm. It's actually tropical now, isn't it? I shouldn't be saying that. We also have, of course, Typhoon Noul and tropical storm 7W, which has also intensified in the western Pacific. 94W has dissipated. So that means that 29 tropical storms have formed around the world in 2015, now that Anna's become tropical. Noul was number 27. 17 have gone on to become Category 1 hurricanes with winds of 74 miles per hour or higher, or their equivalents around the world, and 11 have become Category 3 storms with winds 115 miles per hour plus. Noul, of course, is number 11, and it may well become one of a handful of super typhoons this season as well. Hope not. You can visit Force 13 on any of our outlets. The website, force13.com, is under renovation at the moment, if I can get my words out. You can also follow Force 13 on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter, and you can speak to me personally on Skype, add Fool13 on there for tropical weather chat, and to join our chat room to discuss storms with fellow storm trackers and enthusiasts. We're also live later on. I'm expecting we'll be live at 4 p.m. UTC on May the 9th. We'll be discussing this storm and everything else going on around the world. You won't want to miss that. Until then, that's all for now. We'll see you later.